Hi everybody, this is Mike Velez. I'm here to present my Module 5, Understanding My Community. The standards that are going to be addressed today are PSEL 8B, create and sustain positive, collaborative, and productive relationships with families and the community for the benefit of the students. And our technology standard, ISTE 3C, educational administrators promote and model effective communication among stakeholders and the community. I apologize if I speak a little fast. This is take 2. I want to share our vision with you. Our vision: achievement is realistic, obtainable, and infinite. George Washington Carver Elementary Bruce Street School will remain dedicated in all of its collective efforts to go and above and beyond the established systematic norm to serve and operate the collegial mindset of being most viable, tangible, safe resource support systems for the young minds educated within our former realm of public education, deeply rooted in our core values and guiding principles for achievement. Our mission, our daily school mission, is to motivate, inspire, and empower adult staff, parents, and the community abroad passionately, consistently deliver quality, data-driven instruction, literacy, and problem-solving across the curriculum in all content areas, cultural and community proficiency, systems thinkings to young minds, essentially guiding students to become productive contributors to society with the goal of obtaining global readiness skills and strategies. No accustomed tradition continued. Newark Public School is the largest public school in the state of New Jersey. NPS is an urban area with a high rate of poverty and crime. Currently, there are many constraints on the budget. The district is striving to return local control. It's been controlled by the state for the last 20 years. This can be achieved through meeting CUSAC requirements. So as far as park scores, test scores, building requirements, safety codes, all these things that a large district has trouble attaining, we hope to attain that very soon. The curriculum is aligned to New Jersey standards and includes a pacing guide. We have an emphasis on college readiness and career readiness. Our K-2 uses CKLA for ELA, and 3 to 8 uses expeditionary learning for ELA. Math is Focus Go Math. We are used for pre-K to 12, and all curriculum resources are available digitally online. Overall, there are various levels of parental support depending on the ward. The South Ward, which my school is located in, is one of the poorest wards in a high crime area. So we're kind of, back against the wall there. NPS utilizes restorative practice, proactive and responsive interventions. The goal is to have positive student outcomes. NPS also offers parent resources center to assist parents with social issues. So not only are we trying to solve the problems with the students as it happens, and them solving the problems with each other, but also the parents that are having issues with the community or other social issues. Excuse me. We have after school all-star programs. We have Leaders of Tomorrow program, and then we also have the Mayor's Office that provides student mentoring and empowerment groups. The population characteristics: our graduation rate is 67.7%. Our enrollment: we have 66 schools, 35,029 students, male 18,249, and female 70,080. 55% are white, 71% are African American, 77% are Hispanic and Latino. Our employment of the city is unemployment rate is about 6.6%. It's probably higher right now. Employed, we have 108,150, and total unemployed is 7,648. Again, these numbers are not up to date. The census was done every 10 years, so it's kind of not that current for the employment aspect, but for the enrollment, that is accurate. Communication: we have the district website, and we also have our school website. We use school robocall, which is our main system that administrators can use to send out messages via telephone and cell phone messages in large numbers. We have Class Dojo, with teachers use to keep parents informed of their students' progress. That's what I use as a teacher, because the class teacher can just accept me as another teacher in Class Dojo, and I have all the access just as she would or he would. Again, we use messages, letters. We still do the letters home, physical letters. We have the robocall, and we have this all translated into Spanish. As far as information to the community, a lot of it, sad but true, is received word of mouth. That's just how it is in our area. Some of the community groups, I'll start with community organizations. We have Urban League, which is like recreation, Habitat for Humanity, which is nationwide. Being that this is the largest city in the state of New Jersey, we have multiple church fellowship groups, and we have a multitude of youth groups. Additional organizations, we have the Board of Ed, we have the Newark Teachers Union, and we also have Newark Alliance, which is a nonprofit organization. Our school organizations, we have Newark All Stars, as I mentioned before. We have the PTA, we have the Community Engagement, and we have the Building Bridges Alliance, which they're responsible for getting the teachers and parents to coexist and work for the same goal. As far as leadership, I'm going to start from the top, which is our mayor, Ross Baraka, which at one time he was the principal of Central High School in Newark. So it's good to have our mayor, a past administrator. We have our superintendent, Chris Surf, deputy superintendent, our chief academic officer. We have an assistant superintendent who just covers my building. And we have our two administrators, George Washington Carver, three administrators, sorry, our one principal, and our two vice principals. Some of the characteristics of these administrators in our building, they lack communication, they have the just survive approach, and the CYB, cover your butt approach mentality, where they're just worried about what they're supposed to do so that they can report to superintendent saying they did this, I did that, and leave the teachers by the wayside. As an example today, teachers got an email saying that grades are due by Friday, giving us, less than 48 hours to get all these grades in. As a special teacher, I have 430 something students I have to grade, or update, I should say, and 48 hours is just not appropriate advance, I believe. Our district leaders do a little better job. They give us our professional development that's mandated. They have the data that drives our, school goals. But then again, they are driving us to teach to the test, which is not okay, in my belief. Known economic conditions. Our household income is $32,338. Free and reduced lunch is 57%. Number of children in poverty is 35%. Total population below poverty is 29%. Children and families receiving welfare is 7,919. Children receiving New Jersey SNAP, which is our food stamps, 35,612. And number of students eligible for free or reduced lunch is 27,833. Political structure, we are Title I school, should receive funds to support educational resources. We have lunch programs. We have the Rutgers University SNAP program, which is like the food stamps, but it just covers the breakfast for the earlier arrival students at all the schools. And we have our 9-member municipal courts. Social tensions at my school, George Washington Carver, we have many social tensions due to the old he said, she said. It's a lot, it's K-8, sandwich school kids, they're kids, he said my mom is this, he said my daddy's that, she said this, she said that. All those great things that we have to deal with as elementary school teachers. At the high school, it's about race, and, they don't like this person because, they talk to somebody else, those kind of things. We have the gangs, we have the drug dealing, we have the violence out in the street, reduced employment opportunities after the Great Recession has steadily increased social tension in the community. George Washington Carver was one of the founding schools in Newark, and it was one of the great schools at one time. But obviously that has started to go down by the wayside. We have two major highways that run through the city of Newark, and they are constantly used as drug trafficking. Some extra information. Students have a portfolio in each class. The PTA distributes flyers and questionnaires to receive parent and community feedback. We have teacher directory on our school website, so parents can access that and email us. We have school board meetings, we have parent-teacher conferences, and we also have faculty meetings weekly. Some power structures that we have in place. We have CST, Child Support Team, we have System 44, Reading Intervention, we have Community Engagement Specialist Team within the school, Literacy and Math Coaches, we have VPs overseeing, our 3 different grade levels. We have security guards at all the entrances and exits, and we have a health clinic for the community in our school, and we also have 2 registered nurses for our students. Multicultural issues, we have at my school African Americans, Muslims, and Latinos. For the most part, they do a pretty good job of coexisting and treating each other correctly. And we support them in this by having bulletin boards celebrating these heritages. We have a dress code enforced, and we adjust to meet the needs of our students that have different ethnicities. Our power structure, again, we try to focus on this mantra called peace, which means proper education always corrects errors. We have daily convocation before the first block. We have special advisory activities to help free focus with targeted students. The behavior students, we give them yoga, African drumming, Tai Chi, culinary, and then we have a restorative practice that I talked about earlier. Measuring public opinion, it has to be generated through community engagement events and forums. Board of Ed meetings, you have to get their parents to school as much as possible, even though we don't want them at some point. They're our first ally. We need them as much as they need us, which is why we have to build bridges, connect the teachers and parents on a more supportive level. As far as surveys about the opinions, again, we have to invite them to school functions. We can use social media to gain knowledge. We can use sign-in sheets for contact information at all events. And we should have Board of Education representatives to be present to show that there's total support of the community and its children. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. I know I kind of went fast, but I want to make sure I got all the information in, and I will hopefully speak to you and talk to everybody in our next assignment. Thank you.